Lee, what can I say? Another horror show by Arsenal. You know, I don't even know. I don't know what to say no more. It was just such a disappointing result, such a poor result, especially when you consider yesterday some of the games. You know, the results have kind of gone our way. If we would have got a win today, that would really have helped us on our quest to try and get into the European places.
Did we expect anything else? Honestly,
I did expect something else, especially how we started the game, because we started the game pretty attacking. We were on top, but to lose the game.
Robbie, wait a minute. We started pretty well against Man City. We lost. We started pretty well, and after 25 minutes against Brighton, all of a sudden, we're not creating chances anymore. We're slowing down. Our passes are sloppy. Ceballos was holding on to the ball too much today. Bellerin at right back. Jesus Christ, that guy ain't a footballer, man. Kolasinac, why is he starting over Tierney? We went with what was essentially on paper a 4-4-2, which actually wasn't a 4-4-2. Saka comes out of that game with some credibility. I thought he was superb, but second half he faded quick, man. Yeah. Pepe didn't have a great game, but what a finish, right? And Mikel Wenger, back again, strikes again, decides, I'll tell you
Mikel Wenger,
bro, I didn't want him in the first place, yeah? And I've had untold abuse. Oh, you need to back the process. People don't even know what the process is, yeah? At the end of the day, Pepe scores a screamer. It's trademark Pepe. He's done nothing. You know he's trying to get on that left foot. Quick tap, bang. What a finish, right? At that point, as soon as he scores that goal, make changes. He didn't make a change until after they scored. How many times have we got to go through this, mate, yeah? Where let's just soak up the pressure, soak it up. They score. Oh, now we'll throw everyone on, right? Again, where is Martinelli? If I was Martinelli, I'd be knocking on his door and I'd say to him, you are hindering my career as a footballer. I want out. Yeah. He has not picked, right? I don't even know how many games he's had as manager. He has not picked our best 11 once in all the games he's had. Not once has he picked our best 11, right? Rob Holding was a plus. He played well today.
You think Rob Holding played well?
I thought he'd done all right.
You don't think for the second goal he could have done better?
I don't blame either of them. I don't blame either of them centre backs for that goal. Yeah, you can analyse it, dissect it, look at it however you want. Yeah, at the end of the day, that was just a great bit of play. Mustafi, when you look that goal back on the reverse angle, Bellerin's 25 yards up on the right wing. What's he doing up there? Yeah, he should be coming the cover.
Both of them came in from wider positions. I mean, the first one's Ceballos. I think he should have done better to stop the ball from going in.
Ceballos kept holding on to the ball too much. You know, Lacazette, mate, that's another away game he ain't scored. I actually thought he was better than Aubameyang today, though. I can't lie. Yeah, but listen, I look at it and I just think that, you know, you go 1-0 up away from home, which is a rarity for us. You're against a team that you don't beat away from home. So why was it, as soon as we went 1-0 up, he's decided to not make any subs, and which, by the way, after this pandemic has happened, it's more important to make subs than ever, because we see the other night we lost 2 players straight away. He didn't make a sub until they scored, right? And I look at it and I just think, like, what are you waiting for? Martinelli should be on that pitch. His pet project, Reece Nelson, gets a game. Why? What has that guy ever done to warrant a football match at Arsenal Football Club? Absolutely nothing. Eddie Nketiah, that test has failed. It failed at City. He's come on today. He's up against a 6'5" centre-back. He's just getting brushed out of the way. You can never hold he couldn't even get in at Leeds, mate. How are you going to hold the ball up against Lewis Dunk? I'm sorry. Put Aubameyang up front. Bring on, take off Lacazette if you want. Put Aubameyang up front. Then bring Martinelli on. Ceballos stayed on too long. You know, Pepe, as soon as he scores that goal, I would have hooked him. Yeah, I would have hooked him. You've given that world-class moment. He weren't great today. Pepe was poor today. But you've given us that little world-class moment. Now get him off and bring Nelson on if you want. But to not bring Martinelli on again, I'm sorry, what has this geezer done to Arteta to not warrant a football match over the likes of Eddie Nketiah, who's done nothing in his life at Arsenal Football Club other than against Norwich to warrant a game? It don't make sense. And people keep telling me, back the process, back the process. What is the process? Because today we had the same.
Lee, the guy's only just come though.
No, you know he's had the same amount of games as Unai Emery this season. Yeah,
so, this season. Unai Emery had all of last season. No, Unai Emery had all of last season.
Doesn't matter.
And Arteta has had the same amount of games. But remember, up until the break, we hadn't lost a game this year.
Yeah, and guess what? Brighton hadn't won a game. So
That's
before
true.
Arsenal rock up to town, here you go. Here's 3 points. Robbie, I'm not being funny, right? People can sit there and blame an owner. They can do whatever they want and shout from the rooftops about an owner. An owner does not, pick the starting 11. The owner does not pick the subs. Martinelli should be the first name on that team sheet, along with Aubameyang and along with Saka. Them 3 should be the first 3 names on that team sheet. Yeah, he has taken the mick. Yeah, and it ain't the first time. And I'm not just talking about City the other day or now. He has not picked Aubameyang, Martinelli, Saka, and Pepe in the starting 11. Why? They're our best 4 players. Yeah, and you cannot get different results when you keep picking players that have failed under previous managers. Bellerin at right back, joke. Kolasinac even tripped over the ball at one stage. Oh, but because it's his birthday, here you go, mate. Have a game over Tierney. Why? Yeah, pick the best players, get the best result. He waited until the 78th minute to make a substitute other than Martinez, who came on for Leno. And I've seen the fallout from that, by the way. Yeah. And I don't think he did anything wrong, that guy. I genuinely don't. He's gone up for a ball. Yes, he was a little bit late.
You know what?
And what?
It was. I was just chatting we had Graham on, and Graham was saying that he thinks it's dangerous play. The players in mid-air, and if you push players in mid-air, and somebody even made the point when we was doing the stream, they said, in rugby, if a player's in mid-air and you deliberately take that player out in mid-air, you get sent off.
Yeah, in rugby, you can use your hand for the ball.
You can have but you can have an argument to say you can be sent off for that. It's dangerous play.
Robbie, let me give you an example, right? We played Norwich City a few years back, yeah? I think it was Norwich. And you remember the little where the camera guy sits in a little dugout bit below the ground? Somebody pushed Alexis Sanchez into that.
Yeah. And that was dangerous play. And a lot of people were saying he should have been sent off.
That was more dangerous. That guy today, the way we acted at the end, I'm surprised Guendouzi didn't get a red card. Yeah, that was not a red card for me.
They should have reacted like that during the game. But what I would say, under the, when I kind of look at it after what Graham said, under the rules, that is dangerous play. And it's dangerous play.
I disagree, mate. No, I disagree.
It's led to a player now being out for probably months.
Okay, so let me give you another example, right? When you're going down the wing and a player bodies you, right, regardless of whether you're in the air or you're both jumping for a header and he bodies you and you go into the ad holdings, how does he know how you're going to land?
Let me give you. Hold on. Let me. 1 second. Let me give you an example. Do you remember that game earlier on in the season? I think it was Son. Yeah. And when he went in, now everybody knows that was an accident. But once the referee saw what happened to the player, right, he sent him off because he's like, you know what? Your actions have been dangerous, and the consequences of that has led to that player. I think it was, I forget, a player broke his ankle. Was it the player at Everton? So he got sent off. Nobody, I know, and there was a lot of people at the time saying, oh, you know what, maybe that should have just been a yellow. But actually, because of the injury, and it was dangerous play, and what that's led to.
Okay. So let me flip.
Mopé didn't even get a yellow card.
Okay, so let me flip that the other way then. Lacazette's on a yellow card and he goes flying into a tackle with some geezer. Yeah, I looked at that. I see the replays of that. He should have been straight red for that tackle in the first place, Lacazette, right? He didn't even get booked and he was on a yellow card. Why are you flying in?
Possibly he should have got another yellow. You could also argue that
he won the free kick. He got the free kick. Robbie.
Yeah, the referee was shocking. I thought the midfield guy that they had, Basima or whatever his name in, he must have claimed about 5-6 potential yellow cards. But we're not holding on to none of that.
We didn't lose because he went off. We lost, because Arteta, Mikel Wenger, is out of his depth, mate. Yeah, I've said it before he came in.
You're saying it. I think it's too early to say that.
It's not too early. Robbie, he sat next to a great manager. He was a captain for an ex-great manager under Wenger. Just because you've sat next to Pep don't mean you're Pep.
All right, so what are you saying to me? You get rid of him now?
I didn't want him
at
anyway.
the end of the season.
I didn't want him anyway.
All right, you didn't want him anyway, but he's here now. Are you saying to me that by the end, we've got like 8 games to go? Would you get rid of him at the 8 games? End of the 8 games?
If he doesn't pick the team going forward, I said this to you the other day. Why is Kolasinac starting? Drop Kolasinac, drop some of these other players that have been here under other managers and failed, and throw some kids in. But throw the right kids in the right positions and play players in the right position. He was playing, again, Aubameyang left wing. If he doesn't do what's required for me in terms of Martinelli, Saka, Pepe, Abba as a 4, yeah, get rid of him. Yeah, get rid of him. Because guess what? There's no improvement. Yeah, people can bang on about clean sheets have improved. Who cares? We had the same amount of shots as Brighton today. They had the same amount of shots on target today. We lost again to Brighton. We did this last year, the year before, whatever. What is the improvement under this guy other than the fact that, we've got to back the process, that nobody can tell me what the process is? Our style of play is non-existent. We don't have one. We had that same drama under Emery. The only process I see is the fact that it's not Unai Emery, and people were so vocal to get Emery out that they will back this geezer blindly because he's sat next to Pep. I'm sorry, mate. There's no improvement. Yeah, he ain't picking the right team, and his substitutes are way too late and are not good enough. Yeah, at the end of the season, if it continues, see ya.
Okay, see ya. Thanks a lot.
Football is back. Back again, yeah? AFTV will be bringing you comprehensive coverage of every game from now until the end of the season.
Football's #1 narcissist is back.
AFTV, back again.